So I planted these seedlings on September 11th. Today is September 15th. I have sprouts on everything we planted. I have some spaghetti squash from a store-bought squash seeds. I have spaghetti squash seeds that I purchased last year. We have some kale, lettuce. The lettuce has sprouted one so far. I'm hoping a bunch more sprout. We have two types of radishes I planted. One is an early scarlet globe and one is a gourmet blend for container growth. Our broccoli has sprouted. Back here we have some Market More cucumbers, some Detroit dark red beets, and the carrots, Denver carrots. They have not sprouted yet, but I have hopes that they'll sprout any day. I'm very happy. 4 days germination. I have all these sprouts. I use my technique of the eggshells, and as I transplant them into the in-ground garden, which we told you we were going to do this year, we will take you along with us, but I will crush the shell container as we put it in the ground so that that eggshell can add some calcium to these plants as they grow. Okay, another quick check back. These are the vegetables we planted on the 11th. Today is the 22nd. We have some of everything growing and growing very well. These two trays right here I planted on the 18th. Some green beans. And I'm actually going to try some sunflowers through the fall here. Not sure if they'll work, but we're going to try it. We'll definitely put them in the garden for the springtime. But we're going to try those for the fall also. So this is where our plants are. They're ready to get in the ground. I'm going to take you up and show you what Jeremy's doing. Okay, so this is what Jeremy's doing. He has tilled our in-ground garden. We're gonna do about a 7 by close to 30 foot to start out with this fall. We are working on getting the fencing around it. We need this for Elsa. She'll be in there digging up my plants, I'm sure. She loves digging dirt. So we're gonna get the fence around it. And then we'll get some plants in the ground. We'll bring you all along with that. So this is a look at the finished enclosure for our garden. A little bit of hindsight. We know we should have tilled out a little farther past the side of the fencing, but we're doing a little bit of modification, and for the springtime we'll know the areas we need to improve on once we get through this fall planting and maintenance. But it looks really good. I think we're going to be very pleased. Next year we plan on expanding for the spring and putting hoops on that side over there. We'll keep this area and then we'll add the addition of the hoops. Okay, this is my banana pepper plant. Since the weather has started to cool off a little bit, this plant is loaded. I have gotten a few off here and there, as y'all have seen on the previous videos, but look how many are on that plant right now. I did harvest some cayenne peppers, but we have more coming on. And look what do we have here. This is some jalapenos. So the plant that was right in this hole right here that I was questioning earlier in the season turned out to probably be a weed, so we pulled that thing out. This is actually a jalapeno plant. So right behind it, an actual jalapeno plant grew. One there. So now I know the difference, and we're actually getting jalapenos. We've planted a few things along the outside edges, and this is how we did it. Jeremy's making us some holes with this nifty little gadget we found.
Well, so this has got to be one of the neatest tools I ever found for gardening. It's certainly a lot easier than digging these holes by hand, but I did figure one thing out. It certainly makes much better holes if you go a little deeper with it. When I tried to go shallow, just the depth we needed, the holes were all walled out and rounded. So let me kind of show you one of those and give you an idea. So if you can see it bounce around a little, it makes a very oblong hole. But if I go on, let it dig down and clean out, then you get a nice, even, uniform hole. Easy to backfill that to whatever depth you want and then pack your seeds in. So as you can see, we've got some stuff planted down both sides. Kathy can tell you what they are, but
these are spaghetti squash down this side all the way to the end. We do like spaghetti squash. I have in this corner little tiny baby sunflowers that I told you I was going to experiment with this year. Some more holes drilled and ready to go. Down this side, you can't really see those right yet, but I got some green beans started in there. Oh, there's Elsa. She's always got to be in the middle of what I'm doing. Green beans. And we have cucumbers. Now we are doing some companion planting, which I'm experimenting with this year. Elsa. In between my cucumbers, I have some Paris Island lettuce growing. We're going to see how that works out for us. So we planted down both sides across the back, and we're going to put an aisle down the middle where we just got some holes started. I'm going to plant some cabbage, some collards, radishes, beets, a few other things down the middle aisle. Whatever we can fit in here this year, we're going to do it.
Yep, so she's got a plan all laid out and a map of how she wants things in the garden, and I'm just here to do the heavy lifting. I'll just dig holes wherever she tells me. So it is a work in progress. We already figured out some things we should have done different with the pen or the garden cage. It's really a pen to keep Elsa out is what it's for, but
yes.
We do realize now we should have stepped the post in from the sides more. That way we wouldn't have to worry about the grass encroaching on the sides. But you know what? Like I say, it's a work in progress, and we'll learn as we go. Once we had these posts in the ground, I didn't want to pull them back up and put them down again. So we're going to deal with it for fall crop, and then when it gets time for spring crop, we'll do something different. So we really appreciate you tuning in with us today on Blackman Homestead. Comment down below, let us know what you think about the garden. If you got suggestions for how we can improve it, just appreciate you watching. If you don't mind, give us a comment, maybe share us with your friends, and subscribe to us. God bless. Shoot straight.
Bye, y'all.